The day I got lost and dragged my kids around with me on the hot, hot, hot sun because I thought it would be a good idea to walk.
Yeah.
And
Now,
then,
how fantastic was that?
That was fantastic.
and then, turns out, we couldn't actually go.
Yeah, we had
Yep.
to pay to get in. Like, it was a private thing. I was like, we're not doing that. No.
Bikini Beach Party, man! Hey, Wonder Crew, it is Mike here, and we are having a very special Globetrotters guide today because it's not just one person who's been around the world or anything like that. Today, we are going to talk about Jamaica, the trip that we just finished, and to do that with me, I have my kids, the rest of the Wonder Crew, Isaac, Sarah, and Jacob. So, here we have my oldest son, Isaac, my oldest daughter, Sarah.
Your only daughter?
Wow, guys. Yeah, because actually, right there on the couch, there's another child there.
I think you should get her tested.
It's the ghost child. Anyway, and we have my youngest son, Jacob. Of course, you have seen them on the videos going through all the stuff that we did in Jamaica from the time we left the house to the time we got back. So we're going to talk about all of that today. Anyway, let's talk about Jamaica and the whole process of going there and...
What? It's my bad.
And all of the above. So, I don't know, maybe itchy back here. Sarah, why don't you talk to us a little bit about how you felt as we were driving to the airport, doing the airport, all that kind of stuff. It was a pretty late night as well.
I felt. I don't know. I don't know how I felt. I kind of want.
It was a pretty late night.
It's fine. I've stayed up until like 7 a.m. before. And then fallen asleep for like 2 hours.
Fair enough. Well, it was a late night for me. What about you, Jacob?
I felt kind of tired because, like, our flight was at 1 a.m., was it?
Yep.
Yeah. But, like, we left at, like, 12 because we had to pick up our grandma, his dad. Yeah, his mom.
His dad. Yep.
Ignore that part. His mom. And the airport was very busy. Yeah, the airport was really busy and a tiny bit stressful.
It was a little bit stressful. There was a lot going on for sure. So we finally got to Jamaica, Isaac. What was it like kind of stepping off the plane for the first time into our kind of country number 2?
Well, anytime you go somewhere, the second the plane door opens, the new climate just immediately hits you. So we were in Canada, we were dressed up like you would be here. Sweatpants, shirts, sweaters, blah, blah, blah. Normal stuff, right? The plane door opens, bam. You don't want to be wearing any of that anymore. It's hot.
It's hot. Yup. It was hot. That is exactly the way to describe it. It was hot. So what is something that people should kind of remember or think about when they are traveling from somewhere that is colder to somewhere that is hotter? How about you, Sarah? What do you think people should remember?
You don't want to pack layers. You don't want those layers. Unless you're like someone that's like genuinely always cold no matter what.
You can have like your travel pair of clothes, a pair of clothes that you wear coming and going for when you're actually in the colder climate, and you would want that. But otherwise, you don't really need it unless you plan to be doing something that's cold in that area, like you're in the ocean or something.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense. So here's a question, maybe for Jacob over there. When you got to Jamaica, what was the thing that you kind of noticed was kind of a little bit the most different from home?
The heat and the smell. So like, if you go to a place like Ghana or like Jamaica, as soon as the plane doors open, you get hit with the smell.
And what's that smell like?
I don't really know. It's kind of stale. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's a distinct smell.
And then mixed with like the humidness.
The humidity
Yeah.
from it being an island.
So, Sarah, this would be a good one for you since you are our resident picky person in general. What is one thing that you thought you wouldn't like about Jamaica, but you ended up realizing that you actually did like about Jamaica? What was one of the pleasant surprises?
So, probably the glass bottom boating because I couldn't even look underwater because then I'd get salt water in my eyes and in my nose, and the life jacket was literally choking me. And yeah.
From the rest of you guys, how did you guys like the snorkeling? Because we did go snorkeling, and that was something that none of us had done before, really. I did, but it was like when I was a teenager, so it's basically like I hadn't. It was so long ago. So, what did you guys think about it? Sarah kind of told us what she thought. Jacob, how did you enjoy snorkeling?
So personally, I thought it was really fun. Um, the life jackets did kind of choke you a bit, but there's a fix to it by putting your arm through. You can just have it like resting near your neck, like and it's comfier than the thing. So that was a bit of a fix to that. But it was really fun. Like you could see all types of fish and stuff.
How about you, Isaac? How did you like the snorkeling? How was that as an experience for you?
It was fun. I enjoyed swimming and looking at things, but like, I do not like things of the bottoms of the ocean. If it's on the floor, get it away from me.
What about crab and lobster?
What about steak and lobster? You do not like the lobster?
Are you presenting me a steak and lobster in the middle of the sea?
Imagine just
The
like
sharks would enjoy you then. Jacob, for this one's for you. What's one of the things that you really what is one of the things that about Jamaica that you thought you would like, but you realized that you really didn't like so much?
Probably it's seeing the crabs. It was not the best. I'm gonna tell you.
Grab.
It's probably the crabs because like at the beaches, well, they're popping out of holes and jump scaring you. Like when you least expect it, boom, there's a crab right in front of you. You don't even expect it; they're just there.
it was so
You're talking
funny,
about the
though.
little ones along the beach?
Some of the bigger ones too. And
The
also,
one times did all three of you get jump scared by one?
One of them came out from under my foot.
It was only me that didn't. It was
Dude, one of them came from under my foot. It wasn't even like jump scare. Like there was, all of a sudden, there was literally a crab under my foot.
When we finally arrived, what was one thing that when we were there kind of made your brain kind of click in from, yeah, this is life to, oh man, we're in a whole nother country. We're in Jamaica. Like it's real. It's not.
Literally everything. Like you can't look around and be like, oh yeah, this is just like home, because it is not like home, at all.
How about you, Sarah?
Well, like Isaac said, like literally everything. The heat, the environment.
How about you, Jacob?
the people's accent, it's a lot different than you see here. There's a lot more black people.
Jacob!
Jacob, you could have just.
Jacob!
They're also a lot more, what is it?
Animals in the streets.
Environmentally undeveloped than we are in America or North America, you know?
Yeah, because we're
So,
in America now.
We're in America.
America, North America. It's not technically America, but it's still America.
North America.
So yeah, like the buildings and stuff, they're not as advanced. They're kind of bleak.
But then also all the stray animals.
What was a time, and this is for each of you, so we can start with Jacob and we'll go on to Sarah, Isaac. What was one thing that made you kind of feel kind of the most tired or the most frustrated or the most overwhelmed throughout the 10 days that we were there?
I'd have to say the 7 Mile Beach thing, cause that was on Independence Day. It was super busy. We walked like up and down the street looking for it. It was tiring, very tiring.
The day I got lost and dragged my kids around with me on the hot, hot, hot sun because I thought it would be a good idea to walk.
Yeah.
And
Now,
then
how fantastic was that?
That was fantastic.
and then turns out we couldn't actually go.
Yeah, we had to pay to get in. Like it was a private thing. Like we're not doing that. No.
Bikini Beach Party, man.
Yeah, it was literally bikini party, bro. The grave hunting.
So the day that we were out looking at family houses and such like that, and it was a pretty hot day and it was pretty long.
And we wanted to do our own thing.
Okay, what was overwhelming about it or frustrating about it?
The fact that, well, we went from place to place to place to place to place, but we just wanted to go do our own thing because, like, weren't we planning on going to Reach Falls that day?
That was the day we were going to go to Reach Falls. How about you, Isaac? What was your most overwhelming or frustrating or tiring?
You want to know my most frustrating experiences? The guys that would like go along the beach and try to offer all of us joints. My most frustrating experience from Jamaica would have been the amount of people that would go and try to offer the entire family, including my 11 and 12-year-old siblings, a joint.
Guys, I'm almost 13.
And yeah, that was pretty frustrating. They were, especially on the beach, pretty free with just selling whatever, however, to whomever it would seem. Anyway, if you are enjoying this, I do encourage you guys to like and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to this on Spotify or one of the other podcasting channels, definitely subscribe to those. All right, this is a question for all three of you. We will start with Jacob. Why not? Is there something that surprised you about yourself in Jamaica and what you were able to do or what you're able to accomplish? I know we did a lot of things. Some things were out of your comfort zones. So was there anything that kind of at the end of the day you're like, wow, I was able to do that, or hey, I survived that, or hey, I ate that and that wasn't that bad, or whatever?
The surfing. I thought I wouldn't be good at it. I haven't surfed once in my life before that. So I thought I would be bad at it. I'd keep falling. But I actually did surprisingly good.
No, you did surprisingly good. Like, we were all like, look at Jacob. How about you, Sarah? Something that just kind of surprised you, like, wow, I went to Jamaica and I was able to fill in the blank.
I was able to clearly have voice cracks. Like, what? Able to survive.
Sorry, you thought you were going to die in Jamaica.
But this guy with no, that would have been Jacob drowning in the ocean. Sorry, surfing. I guess it was. It was not the best, but like at the same time, it wasn't the worst. So like, yeah. I clearly can't talk.
What about you, Isaac?
I'm gonna go with snorkeling. I have an irrational fear of things coming from the deep sea.
The Kraken is coming for you.
Okay, not like
Release the Kraken!
Not like mythical
Cthulhu.
things that like or myths that people are talking about, but like just I don't like the deep sea.
Fair enough.
He's scared
There
he's
are,
gonna get
there are
eaten by a
lots
whale.
of aquatic things that just look weird. I don't like it.
Isaac, what was your favorite meal?
Dude, there was so much good food. I could say that was my favorite meal, but that is so unoriginal and basic.
Isaac, what was your favorite meal?
Curry goat, rice and peas.
Codigo rice on peas, man. All right. Jacob, what was your favorite meal?
The ackee and saltfish.
Ew, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, it was actually really good.
Okay, there you go. This is Sarah. Sarah is a picky eater. Say hello, Sarah.
Bye.
Sarah, was your favorite meal?
No, this is a really hard one. I think Jamaican patties. Like what?
Okay, but then here's the real question. Juicy or tasty?
What did I pick again?
You tell me, man.
I don't remember.
Yeah, man, tell us.
Tell
Why
us,
don't
man.
you remember?
Which one your favorite? Since we're on the topic, juicy or tasty? Isaac.
Tasty.
Juicy or tasty? Jacob.
Tasty.
I have that backwards.
Juicy or tasty? Sarah.
Huh?
Said I had it wrong. I said juicy.
Juicy or tasty?
Wait.
Wait,
But
was it tasty the more expensive one?
Juicy
It was juicy.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
I had
juicy.
it backwards.
Yes.
Okay, so then mine was. So your guys' was juicy, then mine was tasty. Because I had different than you two. The opposite of whatever those two.
Juicy
were.
was better.
I think the point is they're both good. We really enjoyed them both. If you're going to Jamaica, you need to try both juicy and tasty. And then in the comments, tell us which one you thought was better.
Juicy had the heartier patty. It was more filling. It was more
That's
fulfilling.
exactly what Grandma Ming said.
While the juicy have more weight to it. It seems to have a bit more salted, but taste is a little bit more lighter and sweet too. So
Oh, so
It was so fulfilling.
juicy is more expensive, by the way.
All right. Isaac, what food would you never eat again from Jamaica?
Manish water.
Hey, Jacob or Isaac. Isaac, can you explain to the viewers? Just look right in that camera and explain
No,
to them what
I'll
Manish
leave it to
Water
you.
is.
What's Spanish water again?
It's Manish. Jacob, what food would you never eat again?
Wait, what's the Manish water? Just the water that we had there?
No.
I'm not arguing with you.
Okay, well, Manish water is a soup that revolves around goat testicles.
actually take
I didn't even know I had it either. It was when we were at the cookout and they had soup cups and they were just giving them out.
It was
And
good too. I liked that.
This guy's
yeah, I know
dead.
Not
you would.
anymore. Not anymore.
You didn't even know, Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob, we could put it into your food and you wouldn't even know and like
And you
it.
would eat it. And then we
You'll be like, "Oh, what is this? I really like this."
Jacob, what food would you never eat again?
No, coconut. I don't like coconut.
Okay, Jacob would not eat coconuts again. Now for you, Sarah.
Ackee and saltfish.
Sarah does not like ackee and saltfish.
Ackee and saltfish, it's like seaweed soup. But if they
Nah.
took out the seaweed and put it in.
That was bok choy. That was the green stuff with like the onions and stuff like that. Ackee and saltfish was like the more orangey stuff that I believe
I know,
Isaac
but
described
there was
as
seaweed.
if a fruit
But
was
there was-
eggs.
No,
there was
no.
seaweed,
If a
but,
fish
like-
was egg,
But there was seaweed, and I don't like seaweed unless it's like the processed, dried, salted stuff.
In Jamaica, we did a lot of different activities, got to do a lot of different things, which I think was really cool. So, what was one of those activities? Why don't we start with Jacob? That sounded cool, but was actually a lot harder than you thought it was going to be.
Snorkeling.
Okay. How about you, Sarah?
Snorkeling. It was hard.
Okay. Isaac?
I mean, it was hard.
I'm gonna say surfing, but it probably would have been a bit easier if it was explained a little bit better and we were given more clear instructions and the guys weren't pushing us on the waves.
Yeah.
Also
yeah.
that, yeah.
Just the constant. Yeah. Okay, that's good. But next time, try and get on your feet.
Yeah, just stand up, just stand up.
It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
Maybe don't send me at my feet then while a wave is coming that should naturally push me.
Rage Beta Final Boss.
I have friends for that.
So, if there was one activity that you could do again, anywhere else that we go, so if there was one activity that if we're going to China or Japan or Italy or anywhere, and you're like, oh, we get a chance to do this activity that we did already in Jamaica, what activity would that be that you would definitely do again anywhere we went? Sure, Jacob, go ahead.
I would go to a place like Green Grotto, the cave. That was
Oh,
really
you
fun.
had it. What? So you can get put on the line again? So you can get used as a sacrifice?
But I was Goku. I was protected that day. There's nothing that could stop me.
Cool. How about you, Isaac?
We never ended up actually doing it, but we were talking about doing parasailing and whatnot when we were along those.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I would love to do that, or just like any boating experience, period.
For sure. That would.
We could get like a speedboat and one of those inflatable thingies and just throw all of us in the back and hit
One
some
of the
big
cars? One of the inflatable boat cars?
waves. No. So you have the boat, right? And then it has like another inflatable thing that it tows.
Yeah.
And we'll send you guys flying and plummeting into the sea.
Dad would be the first to fall off, guys.
Shark jumps up and swallows us whole.
We wouldn't be going that deep.
All right. So this was our second time, but our first time on the project, traveling kind of as a family. Let's talk about some of the things we learned about traveling as a family and maybe some things that we are going to take into our next trips. You know, knowing now a little bit more about how we travel together as a unit. So I'm going to start with you, Isaac. What are some things that you learned about us traveling as a family that, you know, we should remember and maybe our audience should think about too when they're traveling?
If we're gonna make agreements, if there's not an official one, we should make an unofficial document. Or at least something that says exactly what it is, signed by both parties, so that we don't have a repeating of the surfing incident.
So make sure that our activities are set up fully and properly. But what about us as traveling as a family, like our dynamics?
There wasn't really too much within just us.
So maybe reducing the external influences. We can say that safely. Is that kind of what you're trying to point out?
Or at least if it is, then it's with one of us, and usually they share one of our opinions,
Fair enough.
like our friends and whatnot, blah blah blah.
So, Jacob, was there anything that you learned about traveling as a family together that maybe our audience can learn as well?
Probably being a bit kinder to each other. Because if we're not like kind to each other, conflicts could start, and then the trip will just won't be as fun if like not everyone's in a good mood and stuff and mad at each other.
Sure, that makes sense. What about you, Sarah?
Do more things that like we all want to do. Because then, if there's something that one person didn't want to do, then there's not like a conflict about it.
All right, why don't we go on to the speed round? These are quick yes or no questions, and I'm going to ask all of you, and we'll just go in turn. So I'll start with Isaac. So I'll ask it, and then Isaac, Sarah, Jacob, and then we'll just keep going through the questions like that. All right? All right. Beach or pool? Which one do you rather?
Cool.
A beach.
Beach.
All right. Early mornings or late nights? Which would you rather?
Late nights.
Late nights.
Go. The favorite place we stayed while in Jamaica.
Shrella.
Shirella.
The B&B.
Best snack on the trip.
The snack size Jamaican patties.
Snack size Jamaican patties.
Sugarcane.
Okay.
What about Sarah?
I said snack size Jamaican patties.
Dude, what?
Well, I'm the only one choosing different
Did
answers.
you not see me at the lounge? I literally went back for like 5 other
Straight
patties.
Copycat.
One word to describe the food on the trip in general.
Foreign.
Different.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Okay. See, I think she's making 30.
You think you're the king? No, I'm the king.
Shush your mouth! You try to put up a hood that doesn't exist. No.
One thing that you miss about Jamaica already.
The heat.
The patties.
The heat, bro. It is cold here in the winter.
It's
It is
cold.
freezing.
I'm not built for this weather, man.
One thing that you're glad is over.
Not being scammed. Shoot, I guess the second we realized we got scammed, we just could have up and left. This was the deal? You're changing? No deal, we leave.
I suppose we could have. But then, that would have made us the bad guys.
At the surfing place with the guy who texted over WhatsApp that wasn't even there.
What was that?
If we
other
did
part?
every single piece of the trip, bar for bar, like every single slightest detail of the trip that we just had was copied, maybe. I'm like 60-40. I would have to make some tweaks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the consensus there.
The coconut man.
The coconut man.
The one that was trying to sell grandma the
Remember
coconut.
the time Grandma tried to buy the watermelons?
Watermelon?
She was trying to get a coconut,
Yeah.
and then the guy was like, "Oh no, your money's old." And we just went to the bank that day.
I have to say that people trying to sell us ganja or whatever they call it there.
Yeah, that wasn't very cool.
Yeah. Do not miss that.
Okay, would you rather a short trip at a fancy place, like a 5-star hotel and everything catered, butler, blah, 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 or a long trip in simple, kind of more down-to-earth places?
Depends on my company and the supplies I can get my hands on.
Okay, so short and fancy or long and simple?
For our things, short and fancy. If it's like around the place, longer is definitely cool. Like to the mountains or something.
Long and simple, because then we can do more things and have more experiences.
What about you, Jacob?
Long and simple. You can make it more fun than a short and fancy trip. For sure. So long and simple.
Awesome. Well, I think that's all the questions that I have for you guys for the most part. I hope that everybody watching has enjoyed learning from the kids as well. If you got comments, obviously, drop them into the comment section below the video or the podcast or whatever you're watching. So just before we end, there are a couple of things that we have to do. The first thing we have to do is give a big fat thank you to my coworker and friend Anna. So Anna was kind enough to buy us a gift, and the gift looks like this. It's a travel passport, and it's kind of cool. So first of all, thank you, Anna. We really appreciate it, and we are going to be filling it out on all the pages, and of course that means that we need to put in our first sticker, and our first sticker goes way into the back under Jamaica right there. So why don't we let Jacob go ahead and do that? You can find the Jamaica sticker and you can put it on there. The other thing we need to do is we need to put a dot on our map. Now, I was going to get like push pins, and then I've realized that we'd just be putting like 100 little holes in the wall, and that's not as cool. So we're going to use some stickers there. And I don't know, Sarah, do you think you can put a dot where Jamaica is on the map?
What color?
Whatever color you'd like. So I know there is no island of Jamaica on that map because the island is too small, but it's kind of just at the bottom of that like finger pointing.
We're gonna go with blue. Actually, no, we're gonna go with red.
No, what? Green and yellow, dude. What?
Fine.
Just one dot. And maybe Isaac, since we've technically been to Ghana, we should put a dot on Ghana as well, don't you think?
You should do yellow.
That'd be like right here.
No,
You can put it
on
right
the
on-
island, right on the thing. No, on the thing.
Yep. Ghana is not in the water.
Sarah, Jamaica is an island in the water. Ghana is not.
So, yeah, that's about close enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. And yeah, we have lots of stuff that is coming up next. And we will be going to, oh yeah, Isaac and I are going to go on a little side quest because he turned 18. And I told him that when he turned 18 that, you know, I'd give him a gift. And then I also told him I'd give him the same gift when he graduated because it's an expensive gift.
Okay, we're going to be traveling out to Cuba at some point in time. However, we do not yet have a disclosed date because I have started working and, well, timing that between that and then getting back into school and blah, blah, blah. Because, like my father said, I have now turned 18 and I have to get my way.
So sometime probably in the spring, maybe March or so, we are going to head out to Cuba, man. We're going to head out to Cuba and do our due, check out Havana and all of that. And yeah, so that is that. Do any of you guys have any last words to say to our audience?
Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure to come with us on our next adventure. And remember, keep exploring.
If you're watching on the podcasts, on Spotify or anywhere else, definitely also subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Wander Crew. And if you're watching on our channel on YouTube, definitely subscribe to the podcast on whatever service you like to listen to podcasts on. You will find the Globetrotter Guide there as well. Definitely, I would like to thank Isaac, Sarah, and Jacob for joining me today, their old stodgy dad who does all the boring stuff. I really appreciate them taking the time out of their busy days of playing Roblox or Fortnite or watching animes or whatever it is that they do. There we go. And to those who are watching and listening, thank you. And until next time, keep exploring.